Hey Randy, it's Max. I want to go over the property on Revere Street, and I'm just going to look at uh, the house itself right now. I'm not going to look at the rental aspect of it. I'm just going to look at the comps comparing this house for sale to those that have sold in the last 3 months in the same area. So the first thing I do is I pull up the address in public records. At any time, if you want to hit pause on this, if I'm going too quickly for you to read the information, you can pause that. So I pull up public records, and from there I do an MLS search. I search MLS and I pull up things that are within a half-mile radius, and I looking for the similar house. I'm very familiar with this home. I've sold several of them, and so this is a two-bedroom, three-bath ranch style brick ranch that has no basement. It's a very common house in the Hoffman area. Hoffman was the first in Colorado as far as a planned unit development neighborhood developed by a developer, and one of the first ones in the country. So that floor plan is very similar. The house on Hoffman or on Revere is 1401 square feet. Some of these are really close, and what happens over time after appraisers and assessors get in there and do their own measurements. Some of these guys don't go off of the old measurement, and then they get their tape measure out and they measure it. And so some of these houses are probably the exact same as these 1401s, but because over time so many different people have measured them, they might have drifted away even though they're the same house. And then this one, this 1485, my guess is it's going to be one that has a finished porch that they closed in and added on. So I do this search, I come up with the MLS data, and then I import it into my own spreadsheet so then I can work with it, find averages, and try to analyze the properties. So here's my spreadsheet, and just so that you know, usually I have three groups, but this one I only had two groups. So there are no active properties for sale in the area. So that speaks to supply and demand and the lack of supply. So right now I have two groups. One of them is going to be these six that are under contract. They haven't closed yet, but they're in that same geographic area. Let me go back and show you the map. So back in MLS, if I go to the map and pull up the map of the properties, this house on Revere actually has one of the better lots. And so it's an interior lot. It's not like backing up to either of the feeder streets. So this Hoffman Boulevard is a feeder street. This one's right on Hoffman Boulevard. This one also. So the subject property on Revere has a really nice interior lot. So you can see geographically these are very close by. They're definitely good comps. So now I'm just going to look at the numbers. I'll look more in detail as far as the quality of each of these houses a little bit later. But right now, if we just look at the numbers, they're all three bedrooms on average, two baths. I'm sorry, I put in the wrong thing there in Revere. It's a two bath. They're the vast majority, if not all of them, are the exact same floor plan as the one that's on Revere. On average, these under contract. Now, these numbers, we're not sure where they ended up with. This is the price that they were asking when they went under contract. This is not the contract price. We won't know the contract price until they actually sell and close, and that becomes public record. Here's the price per square foot. On average, they're getting $227 a square foot. The lot size, this one on Revere has a bigger lot than the vast majority of them. Okay. something's wrong here. Hold on a second. Let me see if I get back into this. The lot size is actually, on average, is 8094. So let me take care of that. So this one has a little bit bigger than average lot. This area, again, was developed in 1953, and the days on the market, on average, there is 10 days on the market. So I would guess that these right in here went under contract. That one went under contract within 3 days on Quinton Street. These that were 10 days or less on the market probably didn't see a big concession on the part of the seller. This one on 55 days might have had a concession, and we'll have to look at that maybe a little bit more in depth. They might have had a price reduction in that amount of time. I would hope they did, and so they probably didn't start at 300, but they might have dropped it drastically to reinvigorate the excitement and interest in the property. So there's some questions to these numbers here as far as what people are getting. But again, when they go under contract that quickly, most likely these bottom four are going to be at, or maybe the sale price might be above what they're asking for if they got into a competitive bidding situation. So now these are the solds. It's kind of interesting that so many of the ones that are active are exactly the same square footage, and then so many of these solds have some variation. They're all really close. They average to be within less than 50 square feet different from the property, so it's not a big difference. Sorry, I guess it was too early in the morning. Didn't have my coffee. I have to adjust some things. On average, they have 3 baths, 3 beds, 2 baths. These are real numbers here, so they got 305 for the price, and then here's the price per square foot, the lot size, and the year built, days on the market. So it just goes to show you, give you an idea of what's going on. This is a very dynamic market. It's evolving, and when the prices went up significantly, they're still going under contract within, on average, 10 days. So people aren't blinking at what's going on there. So now I'd like to take you to show you a little bit more detail on some of these houses. I'm not going to take you through all of them. So if I go back to the map and we can look at some of these houses. So let's look at, this one is under contract, and this is the lowest priced house in the under contract list. So let's take a peek at that and see what it looks like. This is the one that took a little bit of time to sell. So this is not the same as the house on Revere. This was originally a frame front that they put a veneer on, and this was the garage. So this garage space has been converted to living space. And then they put in a 2-car detached garage behind. So pretty nice on the inside. They have wood floors or a laminate. So it looks like it's been pretty nicely remodeled. But this floor plan, again, you'll see compared to some of them, is a little bit tighter. The narrowness of the front room. The other floor plan has a little bit more of a spacious layout. This is a real basic kitchen. Nothing to write home about. Basic cabinets, maybe even original equipment. Those birch cabinets, I think they are. the original cabinets with the original handles on them, and a laminate countertop, kind of an older fridge and appliances. Again, you can stop this if I'm going too quickly, but the layout hasn't really been expanded or modified. It's still kind of the original layout. They haven't blown out any walls. If I'm This is a bathroom door, so you can see we're in one bedroom. You're looking through the hallway to the other bedroom. There's in the end of the closet, or the end of the hallway here, there's a closet, linen closet, and then here there's a tandem bath with a shower in between both of these two bedrooms, and then there's another bedroom down the hallway a little bit. But here you can see there's the original floors, it looks like, and then it looks like they put a laminate over in the hallway, but it's lifted. It's kind of odd. The flooring is what I'm looking at. There's some oddness to the floor. These lines that are cutting through the oak flooring. I don't know if it's tile or something. And then this is an original configuration bathroom, kind of basic stuff in there. It has been updated. It's clean and decent, but there's these original. This is out in the hallway. You're standing in the hallway. This is the bathroom door, and you're looking in to the bathroom. So it's a pretty basic square tile on there, and then that original cabinet in the hallway. Okay, so it looks like it might have upgraded windows. So that's that one that's at 300. I don't know what it actually is selling for, but it was listed at 300. Now, if we go to one, let's look at the one that's under contract that's at the highest price, 369. So 369, and it went under contract in 3 days. Let's take a peek at that one. It's going to have, I think this is the floor plan. Maybe not. This is the same floor plan as that last one. No, it's not, because it has this extra window. So I think this is the one that's actually the same floor plan as Revere. It still has the original single car garage in the front, but it has a really nice finish to it. They opened up walls and expanded things. So this wall, instead of just having a door here between this and the dining room, they knocked down the wall and put this countertop across, and it's pretty nice. It has a nice backsplash and solid surface on the top, and lots of drawers, and looks like they have high quality cabinetry. And then they have the wooden countertop over there, which is pretty nice. Nice gas range and all the really upgraded kitchen. So this is again the one at 369, and then they just open things up a little bit. So it has that cove molding, which most of them have, or the cove ceiling. So I would say this is kind of the current highest and best as far as what one of these houses, this floor plan, would go for, all fixed up, because this one's looking pretty sweet. So there you can see the openness of it. They open that up, and then they open this up. So it used to have a smaller opening between the kitchen, or the kitchen and the dining room, and then the kitchen and the living room were not all open, but they opened this up, and they have some pretty nice stuff in there. Okay, let's get to the exterior. Again, you can stop if I'm going too quickly. Here's the bathroom. Again, pretty funky and nice. They got the oak antique dresser that they converted and put the sink on. But the exterior on this one is also really nice. So this is that tandem bathroom that's in between the two bedrooms. So we're probably standing in one of the bedrooms or in the doorway. There's a matching doorway that we're probably standing in right there. And then to the right of us is a shower. So this is that tandem bath. And then here's the exterior. Again, really, they've just done everything to this one. This one has a really nice look. The backyard. And they got a chicken coop. Apparently the chickens and the eggs are going to go with. All right, so let's look at some of these solds. Let's look at this one that sold for $330. And again, it's not showing the same square footage as that last one, but if you look at it, it's the same. It has the garage, it has the one window, and then it has the two matching windows. So that just goes to show you that the square footage in public records is not accurate. So this is the look of the Revere property. It has a single car garage. This one has kind of it's sold for $330, and it has kind of a basic, it's remodeled. It has nice paint and nice flooring, but kind of basic Home Depot stuff. These white kitchen cabinets. I don't know what the surface is. It might be a granite surface, but really lousy pictures. So they opened it up, but really basic. So this is that tandem bathroom that's in between the bedrooms. So there's a shower in this area, the sink, really basic quality stuff. So there's the shower. That's the other bathroom. That's the second bathroom, not the tandem. So this is the tandem shower, and then this one is the hallway bathroom. Again, that's about $100 Home Depot special right there, that sink. So this one sold for $330. It has, the lighting isn't anything special. Look there. And then I think it looks like it has original single pane windows right there. Definitely. Those are original single pane windows in this house that sold for $330. Has a newer hot water heater. And that's not necessarily the backyard. That, people take pictures of parks just to show the park in the area. And then let's look at one more really quickly. Let's look at something that sold cheap. Oh, that one's small. Let's go to this one that's a little bit bigger. $385. This one sold really inexpensively. And so I'm looking at this, and again, that's going to be the same floor plan. It's got the single garage, it's got the one window in the living room, and then it's got the two bedroom windows. So that's the same floor plan. The other thing in these houses we have to pay attention to is sewer lines, because they have big old trees. And so there you go. These are the pictures. This is what they were willing to show. And so this one sold quickly, and they didn't have any interior pictures. So that's interesting. Let's look at this real quickly here. They're just not giving a lot of information. Large room, spacious kitchen, must see, great value, great first time home opportunity. No showings until Saturday. They're just not telling you much of anything. They're talking about all the potential the house has, not anything that it actually has. It just says it has a Jack and Jill bath, and it has a, spacious kitchen, but it must be crappy if there's no interior pictures. And that one it sold quickly. It sold in 4 days, and they started at 260, and they got into a competitive situation, and it went up to 267. Okay, and it must have needed everything. So there you go. Again, there's nothing for sale, no comps for sale, active, available. The ones that have sold or gone under contract in the last month or so have gone under contract really quickly, except these two, on average 10 days. The asking price is going to be, and I think, the sale price is going to be over 315. So there's a benefit to finding this before it hits the market. And then here's the solds. Similar situation, 2 weeks on the market, and 305. But these solds are older than the under contracts, and so that's part of being in that dynamic market, is that these have sold and closed in the last 90 days, and these are under contract probably in less than 30 days because of it takes 30 days to close. So there you go. If you have any questions, give me a call.